I'm Shannon. I'm the community manager of Topia Online. I'm going to do a quick demo of some of the newest features. So if this is the first time you've seen this, it's a sandbox MMORPG that gives players a variety of tools to interact with the game world. Every creature in the game world is controlled by a player, and you could even write your own scripts to give them things to do. Now if you're like me, you're not a programmer and you've never written a script in your life. A lot of people are worried that you won't be able to play the game very well if you don't have any scripting experience. I'm going to show you some of the tools that I can use as a player. So first of all, you need wood to build your house and tools. Let me equip my hatchet and I'll show you how I can chop down a tree. Alright, so I've got some wood, but I'm going to need a lot to build a house, so I'll have to get some help. In Topia Online, you can summon minions to help you. These minions can be programmed using JavaScript, but since I don't know JavaScript, I'm going to have to do things a little bit differently. So let me walk up to this obelisk here. This thing brings life into the game world, and players can interact with it to change the settings of the current zone or biome. So you can see a really cool menu with all kinds of crazy settings. A lot of this isn't implemented yet, plus I'm not sure I want to tamper with the planet. Now normally, you can't just summon these for free, but I'm special so I can make as many as I want. So when I click it, you'll see my new slave spawn in. So now I have my very own minion that I can do whatever I want with. So remember, there are no NPCs in Topia. Players have to create these minions and give them things to do in order to make the world come to life. You can make them a shopkeeper, or a city guard, or a quest master, or pretty much whatever you want. Since players have the tools to code their own AI, I'm sure some really smart people will make some awesome stuff. So let's see here. I can click the minion to get a nice little menu. So there's an add button and a move to button. Now the move to button is a script that automatically comes equipped on all minions. Let me tell him to move somewhere. So I click and hold the move to script and then point to an area I want him to go. So as you can see, he pretty much obeys me without question, just like a real-time strategy game. I can also double click him to see his inventory and status. It looks like he's only carrying a rock, and since he's my slave now, I think I'm going to give him my axe and make him work for me. Now I can't control him directly, so I'm going to have to use scripts and commands to order him around. So first let me drop my axe on the ground for him, since no players have coded secure trade yet. Now since I don't have a command for him to pick things up, I'm going to need a script to do it. Fortunately, there's a script marketplace where the developers and players are constantly contributing new scripts, so I'm going to see if there's some stuff I can take. Here at the bottom is a script called AutoLoot, which makes you pick up any object next to you. I can click it and get the details. So yeah, here's some code mumbo jumbo. Looks pretty simple though. But anyway, so I can click add to hotbar and it will put it into my first available hotkey. So now I need to give it to the minion so that he can use it. So I'm going to click him, then click add, and then it's going to ask for a name. I'll name it loot, and then I need to click the script that's in my hotbar. So now when I click him, he has a loot button. Pretty awesome. So now I can tell him to loot the axe, and then I can open up his bag and equip it. Next, I'll move him next to a tree. And oh yeah, I need to grab a tree chopping script from the marketplace. Actually, this code looks pretty easy, even though I don't know how to script. So I could actually probably just figure this out if I spent a couple hours fooling with it. I think games are a cool way to learn, because you can kind of just tinker with things and see if it works. But yeah, I'm going to toss this on him and then order him to chop the tree. Now the cool thing is, people will be making and sharing scripts to completely automate things. So I can have some lumberjacks and farmers that are doing things all day for me. That way I can go and do things I want to do. Or I could build my own town and sell wood and stuff to other players. I really love games that just kind of let you build your own world. And this is the first time I've seen an online game that gives you this much control, and I think it's really awesome. A lot of people think you can just create godlike items and get unfair advantages. The truth is, all the scripts in the game are based on your character, so you have to make sure that you have the right skills and items. Let's see if there's anything cool in the marketplace that I can play around with. Players can create their own abilities and powers too, so I'm going to try this wolf thing. Looking at the power, it says that it requires you to have a wolf figurine. Well, I have a bunch of those, so that means I should just be able to use this power and turn into a wolf. It's cool because any player can code these abilities themselves as long as they read the documentation to learn the requirements for different things. So I can just click run and my character will use the power. Pretty awesome. Let's see, what else can I play with? I'm going to try this teleport script, so I've got it added to my hotbar, and I could just drag things to teleport around. I can teleport myself by clicking, or I can teleport trees around, or even my own minion. Now teleporting takes runes, so I have to make sure I have enough of those. And it's also worth mentioning that I need the teleport and illusion skills in order to use these powers. Every skill lets you create different types of scripts with different effects. Anyway, if I wanted to learn to script, even though it's not really my thing, there's actually some really super easy tutorials right here. So I can click documentation, and then I can click actions, and it shows all sorts of examples that I can use. So let's see here. Oh, this looks pretty basic, a little script that makes my character say something. So I can just click copy to my script so that I can change it. Now I'm no programmer, but this looks pretty straightforward. I should just be able to change this message around and it should work, and I'll add it to my hotbar. Yep, sure enough it works. I wonder if I can make my minion talk too, so let me give him the script. Sure enough, I can program my minion to do anything that my character can do. So anyway, if this looks like an MMORPG that would interest you, please pledge to our Kickstarter so that we can make it a reality. We're inviting all of our Kickstarter supporters to the beta after the new year, so make sure you pledge ASAP. See you in game!